applications are still pending. We will see it in the next classes. So when you study about hydrology, it is about data. So how much data you have. For example, student data is there. So usually in WhatsApp group, what we do is we need that data, we need this data, we usually ask. So when we don't have that particular type of data, I cannot understand the exact information about the particular student. So that's the reason we are asking all the time the data. So what happens when we don't have proper data, we have to repeatedly ask the data. So when it comes to hydrology, it completely deals with the data. So what is the data we are talking about is time series data. So time series data, how it will be, for example, you can see in the right one. Is the picture clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So in hydrology, we speak about only time series data. So what is exactly called time series data is nothing but, suppose this X1 is a daily data. Suppose for example, today, 5 o'clock, 5 evening, I am taking one reading. Either it may be rainfall data, either it may be evaporation data, either it may be soil moisture data. The same I am going to repeat on the next day, 5 p.m. So daily I am going to do this till n number of days. That is called as time series data at the equal space. For example, today 5 p.m., tomorrow 5 p.m., day after tomorrow 5 p.m., and the same repeats on. So this is called time series data. Suppose for example, this is a daily. I told about the daily. You can do it for monthly. January 1st date I am taking, then February 1st, March 1st, April 1st, and that goes on. That is called as monthly data. And it applies with the yearly data also. For example, 2001 January, 2002 January, 2003 January. So it goes on like that. So that is called as time series data. Equal space between the equal time between the two data. That is called as time series data. So it goes with single variate and multivariate. Single variate and multivariate means, suppose this x1 to xn is only about rainfall. So when I want to deal, just a minute. So there is thing called variate, single variate and multivariate. So the first variate is, for example, we can take it as rainfall. And the second variate, we can take it as evaporation. And the third variate, we will take it as soil moisture. So when you deal with number of hydrological components or number of hydrological processes, then it is called as multivariate. So in our study, we are going to use only single variate. For example, we will take as rainfall, or we will take it as evaporation, or we will take as soil moisture. So single variate is the mostly used study in hydrology. So multivariate is a very bigger method. So for this to happen, you need to have more amount of data. So we are mostly with this single variate data. So what is time series data is equally spaced interval, the observation of equally spaced interval. So what is that observation is daily. I told today 5 o'clock, tomorrow 5 o'clock, day after tomorrow 5 o'clock, and the same repeats on. So weekly, every week, one day you can take, and monthly, seasonal, yearly. So those are some explanation of how to measure the data. So this is called as time series data. So when you take any hydrological research, it is completely about time series data, equally spaced interval. It may be daily, weekly, monthly, seasonal, or yearly, right? So all of the components of the process, such as rainfall, evaporation, evapotranspiration, soil moisture, temperature, everything has this type of data collected by one or the other agencies. Okay, who is collecting these data? So that is what the sources of data. The topic is, that is what the source of data. Who is collecting all these details? So where it is stored, how we can utilize for our research. That is what the source of data, right? So now we spoke about rainfall. There are number of equipments such as rain gauges to measure the rainfall and record it in their station. Similarly, evaporation, we have a number of equipments to store and record the data. So somewhere the data is getting stored and recorded, and they are keeping it in the online platform or it for sale. So they are keeping it. So what researchers do is, they will find out where the source of data is available. They will get it for money, or sometimes it is available in the portal. They will download it, And based on the old data, what they are going to do is they will study the analysis, and they will give a prediction for the next 5 years or 10 years. That is about the sources of data, right? So now when you go for Indian data, so we are mostly concentrated on Indian data. So where it is available, Indian data is through this one, Indian Meteorological Division. So this is the website you have. So I have a small assignment with you people. Just note down this uh, website name, Indian Meteorological Division. That is www.mosam.imd.gov.in. So this is the website where you can find most number of data available for the Indian country, state wise, catchment wise, basin wise, everything it is available. So you can just note this website down. So after this class is over, I'll tell you what to do with this website, right? This is about the Indian meteorological data. If you want Indian data to be downloaded or to get in sale, you can refer this website, right? So next one is the next most important one is United States. So